I have found a great way to show people the difference between the different types of life insurance. Whatever life insurance policy you show me, it's actually going to come under two different types: whole life, permanent life, or term insurance. Let me explain the differences by showing you something that's easy to understand. Let's assume we're looking at a house and we're trying to figure out if we want to buy the house or rent the house. Now, if we buy the house, we have an initial down payment. Our initial cost is higher. Over time, assuming a 30-year mortgage, it stays the same for the entire duration of it. Equity, yes, we build equity in that house, and it never goes away. The house is going to be ours. Let's look at renting a house. When we rent the house, the initial cost is lower. All we had to do was pay a small amount of rent. As time goes on, the landlord will no doubt increase the rent, so it's going to go up. We build no equity because we don't own it, and eventually it goes away when we move out of the place. Believe it or not, what I have just shown you is the difference between term insurance and permanent insurance. Let's look at term. It doesn't cost very much. You can buy a lot of term insurance for very little. It goes up. The older you get, the more it costs. It builds absolutely no equity because it's so cheap. And eventually it ends. You can buy it in 10-year, 20-year, or 30-year. It's a perfect solution to try to replace earnings during certain years like tuition years, things of that sort. Now let's look at permanent insurance. It costs a little more from the beginning. Over time, it's the same payment throughout the entire policy. It builds lots of equity, and if sold properly, it never goes away. That is the difference between permanent insurance and term insurance. Let me focus on the fact that when we say it builds equity, we can go to that bank and borrow money whenever we want it, as long as there's plenty of money there. Come on in and we can talk about how to build this for you.